viola part of a modal festival. All right, there are 3 chunks to this song. The first chunk would be from measure 1 through the end of measure 36. The second chunk would be from measure 37 to the end of measure 52. And the next chunk would be from 53 to the end. So let's talk about the first chunk. You need to have 4 components to your sound. You need to have strength, you need to have confidence, and you need to kind of have a bite to your sound. And then the last thing is you need to count your rests. It's in fact more important than counting your notes on this. You have 2 different types of rests. The first one is the 8th note rest. This is the one that looks like the tiny little 7. And how you count it is you need to think the word short. And then your note will immediately follow after it. Okay? Your other type of rest is your quarter note rest. And you're going to associate the word rest with it. Okay? Let me show you. The first 2 measures, this is what I'm talking about. 1, 2, ready, go, short. Rest, short. Alright, so see how my note came immediately after the word short. If you say the word short, you hesitate a little bit, and then you play your note, it's no longer an 8th note rest. So you need to make sure that your note comes immediately after it, really connected to it. Alright, so let's go ahead and try this, starting at measure 1, and we're going to go through the end of measure 36. 1, 2, ready, go, short. Rest, short. Short. Rest, 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 short. Rest, short. 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 Rest, short. 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 Rest, short. To the end of the first chunk. We're now at measure 37. You will see 3 sets of words. The first one is same tempo. Your next one is mezzo forte. And your next chunk says smooth and connected. So this tells us a couple things. First is we're not slowing down. It's the same tempo. Even though we got softer, that mezzo piano medium soft, we are still going to keep going that same tempo, that same momentum pushing forward. Also, this is now a smooth and connected section. It no longer has that same bite, confidence, forcefulness that we had in the first chunk. All right? What I would do is I would be very careful about counting my half notes and my whole notes. I would literally say the word half note, or whole note, 3, 4, or just 1, 2, 3, 4 for those whole notes. I would literally be counting each one, and when you count, you'll make sure that you're not slowing down. All right, let's try that chunk, starting at measure 37 and going through the end of 52. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Measures we came up with that silly saying, Miss Joyce is cool, rest. Miss Joyce is cool. And if you count it like that, you should be right on the money. Miss Joyce is cool, rest. Miss Joyce is cool, rest. Plus it sounds really cool. It's a really good saying. So that brings us to the third chunk. This is measure 53 to the end. Okay, we are back to that nice, forceful, biting sound that we had at the beginning. And we're also pizzicato, okay? Now, you'll notice we don't have much of a rest. to get between the end of 52 and the beginning of 53. So either you're going to have to do a very quick switcheroo from that part, or what the violins are going to do, because they don't have a rest, they're just sticking out their index finger. Notice how they're not collapsing their bow hold, they're not ruining their bow hold at all. All they're doing is they're sticking out their index finger for that plucking. That's going to help that transition, and that will help you also when you switch from pizzicato back to arco at the end of measure 60. You do have a quarter note rest. It's not long, but you do have time either to go from here quickly to here, or to go from here just to play, which is the fastest way to do it, okay? So I will leave that up to you guys to decide which one is going to be best for you. Let's go ahead and start at measure 53. 1, 2, ready, go. You do have a slur, okay? You have the, okay? It has that kind of sing-songy approach. So make sure that you are playing off of a copy where you can see those first two notes are slurred at 61, all right? So this should get you started. You should have that nice bite to your sound that matches section 3 back to section 1, and how you're going to do this, okay? When you're playing with your bow, you're going to need to keep that index finger digging into the bow. That's going to contribute to your nice, confident sound. You're also going to need to support your sound with your abs, with your back, and with your bow arm. You're going to need to make sure your bow arm is nice and high. If you're slouching, your sound is going to be slouching as well. You'll have that sliding effect with your bow, and it won't have that nice presence that you need for this, okay? And same thing in that pizzicato section. Nice, high, appropriate plucking posture for that. All right, so this should be a pretty good start, and I will see you in class tomorrow.